Hey everyone, welcome back to our On the Money YouTube channel powered by Allied Wealth. Matt Stevenson here. And today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the most frequently overlooked step in building your retirement plan. And really, your retirement plan should start with the vision you have for what you want the next 20 to 30 years to look like. So many of us focus on the numbers. When do I time claiming my Social Security benefits? How much do I withdraw from the nest egg once I get into that accumulation mode? And all these things become critically important. But if we don't first have an idea for what we're going to spend our days doing, who we're spending our days with, and what we're going to do to keep ourselves focused, sharp, and motivated in the best years of our life, then all those other things become out of focus. And so, what I wanted to do today is really give you a couple of examples of building a vision and the lack of building a vision towards what your retirement can and should look like. And first, I wanted to give you a story about one of our clients who worked for a larger oil and gas company, as a lot of our guys and gals that we work with in the Houston area do. And this guy worked for the same company out of high school. In fact, his wife worked with this company as well. So they had put themselves in very good financial position in their mid 50s to be able to ride off into the sunset and retire very comfortably. At least that's what the numbers and the spreadsheets would tell us. Really, what he had failed to do for himself and his family is to take the time to map out those very important things. Where am I? What are the things that I want to do? And who is that with? What are my hobbies? What are my passions? And so there came a day where our client had his retirement party, got the gold watch, had that huge celebration over the weekend. And I get back to my office on a Monday morning, and I get a call from this client as soon as I get into the office. Hey, Matt, I just wanted to let you know that I got up at 4:30 this morning, drove to work. I'm parked in my parking garage, but I'm not quite sure why that is, because I remembered I don't work here anymore. And so what he had failed to do is, again, map out those critical first steps. That way you have the framework to operate by. On the flip side of that, I've been working with another couple for many years now, another oil and gas company. And really from the first time that I met with them years and years ago, they told me about, we always want to keep our dream alive of living in the mountains in Colorado. We want to have that rustic house with the wraparound porch. We have a special needs son that we want to make sure he's got plenty of activities to do, plenty of land to have fun with. We want to enjoy the space around us in our most critical years. And 2 years ago, we're right in the middle of the pandemic era, a lot of volatility with the market, interest rates fluctuating, inflation, all of these different variables. And one of the things that we had touched on together in our planning visits is with his pension plan through his company, if interest rates increased dramatically, the value of his pension would fall quite substantially, to where the risk was he worked for free, essentially, for 2 to 3 years in giving up that residual value on the pension. He always remembered this, and he tied the math in our planning visits to the overall vision they had for himself and his family. And so they came in for a review visit one day. The wife has a big grin on her face, and she's kind of nudging her husband in the side, go ahead and tell them what you did. And so I'm thinking, it's going to be maybe some bad news, but instead, he told me that he had gone ahead and decided to retire. They had put the house up for sale just like they'd always planned to do, and they'd already located a property in the mountains near Denver that they put a down payment on, and they were set to move within a month's time. Now, all that seems like it happened very quickly, but in fact, it didn't. That was exactly what they had mapped out over all those years. And when you have a vision in place, that is when you can act with precision and do things very quickly to make sure that you realize that vision and that dream. So, folks, please don't overlook these critical steps. Understand what it is that you want to accomplish in those retirement years. And if you haven't taken the time to do that, then perhaps it's not quite your time to retire. The math can come immediately after that. Folks, if you like the content that we provide here on our YouTube channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and be sure to follow us for more content to come.